John, Toby, great to see you again. Welcome back to Popternative.
Great to
Pete,
be
good to be
back,
here.
and thanks for seeing us today.
Absolutely. Adam's family in the house. We got to get Zelda and Lulu on this at some point. It's going to happen. But we are talking about Mother of Flies. It's going to be playing this year at Vancouver Horror Show in Vancouver. That's going to be on October. You're going down there, I believe, next week, but it's October 16th, I believe, right? Is the screening for that one.
That's right. Yep.
Absolutely, which is really exciting. I want to get into the film, and Toby, we'll start with you. I know you directed this. It was really a family affair with John and Zelda. But whenever you decide the subject matter of one of your films, right, I'm wondering what the research process goes into what you decide to make a film of. This one focuses, on dark magic and witchcraft and everything, but like, do you really go in and do a lot of research on dark magic? Do you ask around? What's that process like?
We love doing research. I think it's more to get the juices flowing, and then kind of turn it into our own. We strive to have our own original take on things, but there's something great about researching. I love reading about, in this case, necromancy, old witchcraft, different kinds of modern, witchcraft theories. I was definitely reading about Hermeticism, and those things just kind of get you inspired. But then in the end, we really try to just dive into our own imaginations and come up with something that works for us.
Absolutely. John, I kind of also want to know about we talked about this last time you were on the show as well, but there is so much happening in terms of the genre of everything in the kind of spooky season, horror thriller genre. Everything's elevated, everything's heightened, right? The popularity, the ideas and everything. What is that like for you specifically? Project to project, working on things, but everything continues to get heightened and more popular, it feels like, in the genre, right? Do you think about that?
Well, I love that about the horror genre and the horror community and the horror audience is that they're super film educated, so that's really cool. So they're always looking for more. They're always willing to take chances. They're always willing to watch artistic chances being taken. So it helps people like us who are a small little outfit, and it helps other outfits that are like us because the horror community is really accessible. They're really open to art.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I want to ask you both this, and I'm curious what Zelda and Lulu would say as well. But it's obviously a passion that the family loves, making these films, right? Is there ever an off button in terms of are the dinner table conversations ever not are they mainly about horror films? I'm just wondering about that.
Let me tell you, if people were sitting next to us at a diner having a dinner, they might want to leave and go to the other side of the room because the conversations we are kind of in the line of, well, if we cut off grandma's head and then we can they're just so weird and they make sense to us and we get great joy out of it.
And we're talking about other people's movies and what we love and what we want to emulate and stuff like that. So, but yeah, we have a great family life beyond that. Today we were kicking a soccer ball around. There you go.
Mm-hmm. The soccer ball potentially have spikes in it, or
yes, exactly. About that, it was really a head wrapped in human skin.
It was grandma's head, going back to grandma.
Exactly.
That reminds me of one of the Hostel films. I don't know if you remember. Yes. I also find it interesting as well. I'm a big believer of seeing things fresh, and I love when, I kind of stay away from teasers or trailers. I don't know about you, you both. Do you I love going in fresh.
Oh, I am a movie purist brat. I love when people tell me about it, I generally stop them in their tracks. I'm like, please, I appreciate you're excited about this movie, but I don't want to know. I love to go in fresh as well, Pete.
Yeah, we just saw Begonia Cold, and I'm so glad I didn't know anything about it. It was wonderful.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I love the fact too, the film festivals add to that excitement though, right? Because especially if a film is premiering right before sale and everything, you really don't know much about it. Sometimes there aren't even any stills of the movie sometimes at film festivals.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that about film festivals. So that's one of the things we just are so thankful that we get to go to these film festivals because, you eat lunch and at 3:00 there's a movie playing and you walk in,
Absolutely.
and sometimes you don't even know what you're walking into, but you're at the festival and you want to see what other people are doing. So festivals are just great because of the kind of explosive energy of them.
Oh yeah, or if something is super hyped, like people have been hyping on Deathgasm 2, and it's just like, then you're like, okay, I just know I'm gonna see it.
Also playing at Vancouver Horror Show this year, which is really
Yes.
exciting. Actually,
That's right.
Get this. I was going to do the plug at the end, but Popternative is partnering with Vancouver Horror Show this year for the secret screening this year, the secret screener. And if you buy a ticket to Mother of Flies or Deathgasm 2, you get access to that secret screening as well. So all the info is in the bio as well. We had to do that. I was going to do that at the end. But
I mean, I think I might get a free ticket to my movie, so now I'm gonna have to go buy a ticket to my movie so I can get into the. Maybe they're making me buy a ticket anyway, so it'll all work out.
Absolutely. It was announced last month, recently, I don't know, but like Mother of Flies, eventually, right? Like, you know how it is, right? Like films play at film festivals. Eventually, we will be able to see this on the horror movie fans' playground of Shudder, which is exciting. The Addams family loves Shudder. We love Shudder. Take me through that kind of like journey of people having many different ways of seeing a film, Toby, because I feel like you said, you're a movie purist and everything, but like there is kind of these different avenues of people watching. They go to the theaters, film festivals, streaming on Shudder and everything. What do you think about that from a filmmaker perspective? Because sometimes it is a long journey of different ways people can watch a film.
It is, and we really appreciate the track that we've had through Shudder, because you're starting off with a community that just loves the genre and they're familiar possibly with our previous films, so it's a wonderful way to kind of just jump in to putting it out there right out of the gate. I mean, it's just, we love the Shudder family. I mean, really, that's what it feels like, and they understand that we're a family. They get us so well. But then you have the wonderful next stage where it's released on all the other platforms, and then people who might not even like watch horror movies get to see it in a different light. It's something that we really like, this process, starting at this wonderful home base we love so much and then rolling it out, but in the festivals as well.
That's what we love about Shudder, is they allow us to do something that we think is really important, which is to do festivals, because we're out there. That's in a sense our theatrical, is that we get to go out there, meet people, see other movies, promote our movie, learn about our movie. One thing that's really great about these festivals is, the Q&As or people coming up and making comments about what they like, what they don't like. It's a really great trajectory. And we're so happy that Shudder allows us to do it the way we do it.
Absolutely. Spooky season is all year round. Like, I watch horror movies all year round, but like October, it's crazy. And I get so excited, and I prepare for my spooky season, like around like September 10th or 11th, like that week of September 9th, 10th, like that week, I just like have everything ready to go. Like October 1st to 31st, like what am I gonna watch? Do you prepare spooky season in October? Is there anything special the Addams family does for October specifically?
Well, where we live in the Catskill Mountains, the fall starts really early. So like even by late September, we're already getting the vibe on, like big time. The leaves are changing, death has begun, and the beautiful death called autumn. And so I'm with you. It's my favorite time of the year. But where we are, it starts pretty early.
It does. I have to say, I think from my point of view, spooky season to me is January and February, because up in the Catskills, it's dark, it's cold, nobody's around, and there's something just kind of ghostly and creepy about the Catskills in the dead of winter.
No, absolutely. And I have more kind of generic kind of film horror movie questions, but I want to get to Mother of Flies specifically now. Is there anything that was exclusive idea-wise or like, filmmaking wise with this film compared to past films that you have produced that you're excited about? Like, was there something that was different component wise compared to past Addams family films with this one specifically, Mother of Flies?
Wow, that's a great question. Never been asked before.
I mean, we are in familiar setting, and that we're like, it's literally like this the circumference of our house is the wilderness, and we're used to shooting there, and we do that. But something that's new about this one is our visual effects wizard, magician, Trey Lindsay, has just upped his game tremendously. And what he's done with his digital magic, with the real magic of like both our house and the forest around us, decay, rot, is unlike anything he's done before. And so it's people are seeing something familiar, but it's just in a new, incredible light.
I think also the one thing that we've done different this film is we really wrote a story about something that's really happened to us. So we've dressed it up in a magic fairy tale, but we really wrote about something real.
So it hits home. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. For sure. So I find this interesting because you've made a lot of films, and you make them, you wrap them, they're out there in the world, and then it's in your hands, but then it's out of your hands, right? Because people get to see it and everything, and there's nothing you could do about it. It's out there in the world. And there's going to be, certain films that you've made that people are going to be like, that's my favorite Addams Family film, right? Or something like that. And then there's going to be certain like scenes that people are going to have rent-free in their minds that you might have not thought of that would hit or resonate. I'm just wondering, because horror movie, you seem to also be, filmmakers that really love the fans and love the input of the horror movie fans. Whenever you see kind of like someone like a trend of like people love this movie that you guys made that basically you like didn't think about, does it ever kind of determine or help your rankings of your favorite films that you made? Like the reactions, like I find that very interesting sometimes, because you might not think about it. You might have a film that you made. It's like, cool, this was fun, but it's like people really love it. Does that become one of your favorite films because like it becomes this kind of like hidden gem? Like I'm curious about that.
That's another
It's a neat
never
question.
before asked question. I know my answer.
Go ahead, I know mine too.
That I love it when people have their favorites, and it's so great when someone comes up and they got a different favorite than the last person who said something. I have my favorite, and it's not really affected by what other people think, because my favorite is Where the Devil Roams, and I just really love it for some reason. I love everything about it.
Yeah, I'm always kind of turned on by any kind of divisiveness. So if someone doesn't appreciate one of our films, I kind of take it as a strange compliment, because I feel like I always say I feel like it means like we're flexing new muscles each time, and we're not playing it safe. And that's really important, I think, as someone who's striving to be a creative, filmmaker, is to just try new things. And sometimes it's not everyone's cup of tea, but it's important as an artist to grow.
Absolutely. I think we might be 4 for 4 because I have 2 more questions, and there's a chance you might not have been. Okay, I think about these because like this is what I think about. You know what I mean? There are different ways. People are watching things, right? People are binging things. People are going to the movie theaters to watch things. People are marathoning movies, right? They might have like an Addams Family marathon where they watch all your films. When you're making these films, do you ever think about how people are going to watch your films? Does that ever come into play, so to speak? Because there's so many different ways, even with like TV as well, right? Like there's the binge and the week to week, but like, do you ever think about how people are going to consume the media while you're making it? Or is that something that happens afterwards?
Wow. Okay. You're 5 for 5 now, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Yes. I used to edit thinking people will only see it on a computer screen this small. And so it kind of like, it was actually good for me when I was first learning how to edit. It made me a little less tense because I was like, little things I could be like, well, no one's going to maybe see this little issue that I know is there. But now I've come to realize that no, a lot our movies are now seen on big screens, and so it's changed the way I edit, the way I think, the way I do sound. So as we've gone on, I definitely now edit and do sound for a big screen with a big sound system, knowing that eventually it will be on a small screen, but it's going to start out big, and so it makes me think and work a lot harder.
Yeah, I mean, we also talk, like one thing that's cool about the festivals is because we have an opportunity to see it with an audience time after time, you understand where we can evolve as filmmakers. And sometimes we don't talk about it much, but we will say in this next one, we're going to do this. And we always go into the next one knowing we're going to try something. Like in the one that we're about to start now, we know that we want something with an escalating tension. And that's coming from how we feel as we watch Mother of Flies.
Right.
Absolutely. And then last question, I feel like it all started for us, like as creatives, especially in like horror films. Like we watched a TV show or a film. Like for me, this is what happened. Like, and I'm like, I want to do this one day, right? Like I'm inspired and everything. We all have those films. And for me, it was, 2015, The Invitation, Kara Kusama's The Invitation, which is one of my favorite films. And that film was like, I want to do this one day. I'm wondering, do you watch things differently now that you're making them? Because now you might want do you try not to think about that at all? Where it's like, maybe it's like, oh, that's why they did a wide shot. You know what I mean? Or like, what, this is why. Do you ever think about that? Or do you try not to?
I only think about that now. It's very rare that I watch a movie and sit there and watch it. Now, like just last night, Zelda and I were watching Hereditary just to watch the choices, the cinematography and the acting choices that we're making. And now these days when I fly on airplanes, I watch movies with no sound just to watch the cinematography.
Wow. Absolutely. Toby, what about you?
Not so much.
Okay.
I mean, I sort of, I have it, I call it the in one ear, out the other, in one eye, out the other eye kind of philosophy. I'll see something and like the research, I like to get inspired, but then I don't want to feel like stuck up, like that I can't try something just because I've seen someone else do it. So I just consider it more like I'm inspired by what they're doing, but I always want to try to make it our own.
Absolutely. No, that's well said. And I can't wait for people to check out Mother of Flies. Going to do a really cool film festival run, eventually going to be on Shudder. But of course, Vancouver Horror Show, October 16th in Vancouver. They'll be able to see Mother of Flies. John will be in attendance for it as well. Toby, John, as always, an honor and privilege to speak with you both. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, you're the best.
Yeah,
There's no one
thanks.
like you.
Yeah.
And we can't wait to see all the stuff you're up to.
I really appreciate that. Can we plug away? There's Instagram, there's a website. Like, where can people catch and check out everything with the Addams family?
Adams.family.films is our Instagram, and you write us there, we write you back.
Yep.
Absolutely. Well, this has been Pop Turn of youtube.com/PopTurn for previous episodes. Until next time, this is John, Toby, and Peter Beats signing off.
Thank you for tuning in to Popturnative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popturnative on YouTube.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.